Welcome to This Is My Architecture. Today we're talking to Sam from Channel 7. Welcome, Sam.
Thank you.
Are you able to tell us a little bit about Channel 7 and how they use cloud technology?
Absolutely. So Channel 7 is one of Australia's commercial broadcasters. We've been using AWS to deliver our live streaming for events such as the Australian Open.
Awesome. Now today we're talking about the live video origin platform that you've developed. Are you able to talk us through the architecture?
Absolutely. So on this side we have our broadcast center where we provide a video stream to our on-premise elemental encoders.
Yep.
They then transcode the video, or encode the video stream into a multi-rendition format HLS stream.
Okay.
It then uploads that using WebDAV to our EC2 instances in our account.
So all the encoded files are stored up there in the cloud on the WebDAV instances?
That's correct.
And that includes files for different form factor devices and different bit rates?
Yep, absolutely. Anything from a mobile phone all the way up to a smart TV.
Okay, so they're hosted there on the WebDAV server. Then you've got this proxy cache tier in front of that. Can you describe what that performs?
Yeah, so really it's a look back with a cache function. So when our end user comes through, they'll hit the proxy cache first. Proxy cache will then retrieve the data from the WebDAV EC2 instance. Once it has it cached here, it can then serve it moving forward to other end users. Okay,
so it provides protection for these WebDAV servers. Did you look at using the CloudFront mid-tier caching as part of this solution?
Initially we didn't, but it actually came along just in time for us.
Yep.
And it actually allowed us to remove the proxy cache layer and simplify the architecture.
And this was for the Australian Open?
It was indeed, yep. Yeah, because it limits the amount of calls back to the WebDAV origin.
Now you've moved back to having a proxy cache based on EC2. Can you explain the decisions that led to that?
Yeah, we have indeed. So the reason why we have done that is we're actually exploring a multi-CDN architecture, so no longer using CloudFront in isolation.
So multi-CDN strategy, are you able to explain what the benefits are for your customers with a multi-CDN strategy?
Absolutely. So we've moved to a multi-CDN strategy to facilitate certain deals that we have with telco providers. And that allows them to offer their customers unmetered content and certain advantages like that.
So you needed other CDNs to be able to call into that proxying tier?
Absolutely, yeah.
Excellent. Now, you, of course, you use CloudFront for the Amazon streaming traffic. Are you able to describe how CloudFront is configured?
Yeah, so it's reasonably simple. We've kept our CloudFront, we've used CloudFront for the Australian Open. And we limit it to the Australian region as that's where the majority of our viewers are.
Yeah.
We also utilise the second CloudFront distribution for a third-party vendor that we use. The reason being is we were able to lock that down using WAF to a source IP, and they were then able to get into this architecture in order to retrieve an HLS manifest file to perform dynamic ad insertion.
Ad injection, that type of thing. Excellent. Now, notice we've got two streams here, which represent the two availability zones. Are you able to explain how you designed this for reliability?
Absolutely. So we had them initially in an active-active cluster. We had to move away from that just given that we had a time sync issue at the encoder layer. But the multi-AZ architecture allowed us to run a primary and backup for our end users should anything happen at either layer.
So highly reliable and scalable architecture for the solution. And talking about scalability, can you go through some of the numbers for the viewers using this platform during the Australian Open? Yeah,
the Australian Open was excellent. So all in all, for the whole event, we had 64.2 million minutes streamed. And then for the main event, which was the men's final, we had around 10 million minutes streamed with about 186,000 concurrents.
Wow, big numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for coming in today, Sam, to talk about your architecture.
Not a problem.
And thank you for joining us on This Is My Architecture.